Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In this one we're going to be taking on Gerudo's Fortress, because according to the Master Carpenter, we need to check up on what's going on with his men, because all the other Carpenters have gone missing ever since they entered Gerudo's Fortress. So let's go ahead and get started by making our way into the fortress itself. Now, I'm going to say this straight up. We're not welcome here. So if we go ahead and walk in front of a guard, yes, halt, stay where you are, we're gonna immediately get caught, and what happens is we are thrown into a cell. So now we can already assume what has happened to the Carpenters. Yes, they've probably have been imprisoned as well. So stupid kid, get in there and keep quiet. Okay, geez, I didn't do anything to you guys, but alright. So yes, this is Gerudo's Fortress. We should have never came here, but luckily we can easily escape because, I mean, they didn't really, you know, baby-proof this enough. Link can just easily hook shot like that and make his way out. And now what I want to do is, you're the one who caught me, so die. Yes, I shot her in the head, and now I'm going to jump down and finish her. I'm kidding. We don't really need to kill her because, yeah, apparently hitting them in the head with an arrow will cause them to become dizzy. And now I've entered pretty much the first room I could have entered. Now I could have went in here without getting caught to begin with, but I just wanted to show off what happens when you do get caught. You can kind of take this whole place on without getting caught once, and you don't want to get caught because every time you do, you'll be thrown back into the same cell, and they won't question how you escaped before, nor add more security to it. But hey, you young man over there, look over here inside the cell. Yes, to no surprise, the Carpenter is here in prison, so I have no idea where you came from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. All my fellow Carpenters are in prison somewhere in here. If you can get us out of here, we'll repay this favor somehow. But be careful, there are Gerudo Guards somewhere around here. Woo, watch out! And yeah, there happens to be one right behind us. Now, they're really easy to face. They kind of remind me of like a White Wolfo or something. You know, you just gotta, you play it out and be careful. The thing is with these guys is, while they can do damage to you, these, you know, Gerudo Guards, I mean, these are unlike the ones we see. They have like spears. These ones have like two small, you know, scimitars, and they seem pretty crazy with how they fight, but there is a certain attack that they can do that will knock you on your feet, and if that happens, you will be thrown into prison, which I think is really cool. It's a technique that you might not ever have happen to you, but it's possible for it to happen, which is interesting. But yes, by killing her, she's just going to leave us without getting any more reinforcements. Drop a small key. I want to pick up some arrows, but I missed my chance. Whatever, it's no big deal. Let's go ahead and save this guy, because as you can see, he is so happy. He's jumping with joy. So there we go. We have saved him. Let's speak to him. So did you come here to save me? You were just talking to me and asking me to save you. Whatever. Oh, well, that's just swell. I'm Ichiro the Carpenter. We are really interested in joining their all-female group, but they locked us in like this just because we're men. We don't care about the Gerudo anymore. They're so rude. 3 of my fellows have also been captured, so please help them escape too. Okay, sounds good. So I guess we now understand why they won't even tolerate us. Just because we're men, we're not welcome to become a part of the Gerudo, which the Gerudo are pretty much a race of all female, except every 100 years they usually have a male that becomes the leader of that tribe. That happens to be Ganondorf, and that ain't good. I mean, that ain't something we should be happy with. But okay, I think here we're going to want to be a bit careful because, as you can see, all the way on the other side, there is a Gerudo Guard that I want to get past. Though I'm going to leave her and not really head through that direction. I'm just going to head up here. I just want to make sure she doesn't happen to catch me through her peripheral vision. But, alright, let's continue on. And there happens to be another Gerudo Guard here. So let's go ahead and snipe her from far away. And then we can just continue. But I guess to get a close-up of how they look when they are down. Yeah, they have those little stars around their head. So the game lets you know that you didn't actually kill them, even though you snipe them in the head with an arrow. Like, it looks deadly, but whatever. I didn't do anything bad here. Let's just go ahead and continue on. And hey, you, okay, I believe they're gonna pretty much say the same thing. I have no idea where you came from. You got a lot of guts. Yep. So let's go ahead and, well, watch out, because yeah, there we go. Now I feel like the Bigoron sword just makes this really easy to fight, because while they do jump back, the Bigoron sword has so much reach that it will eventually hit them pretty nicely. And there we go. We managed to do it. Pick up the small key, rinse, repeat, save this guy over here. So let's go ahead and speak to this guy. And, well, yeah, you're free, buddy. It's kind of like saving each Goron. So, yeah, thank you for coming to save me. I'm Jiro, the Carpenter. All right, so we saved, what was the guy's last name? I believe it was Ichiro. And now we got Jiro. So 2 down, 2 more to go. See what's inside here. I like how you can see them skip and hop their way out. I don't know how then they escape from here because there's still plenty of guards all around, but I guess once you free them, they're good to go. Anywho, let's go ahead and jump down these vines. Luckily, we can easily head back up thanks to them. So I do want to check out this place first because I do believe there will be, oh, it looks like immediately we have another Carpenter we could save. Yeah, wow, this is super straightforward. Even in Master Quest, you may say, oh, did they change anything? Is it supposed to be more difficult? No, the locations are exactly the same. The only reason why I think it'd be a bit more difficult is because it's mirrored, so you might have trouble trying to figure out the directions, but believe it or not, it is super simple. Like, I'm having no trouble. We're just kind of walking from area to area. So there we go, another small key. Let's go ahead and open up this door. Thanks, boy, you're fantastic. I'm Saburo, the Carpenter. Have you seen our boss? Okay, cool. One more Carpenter to go. Sounds good, man. Let's let him skip and hop his way out. But alright, so now I believe I want to actually backtrack to the previous area that I came from. Was it through here? I believe it was through here. I don't want to progress because, yeah, there are 2 pathways we can take. I'm actually going to head to the previous path. And then that's not it. I would have gotten caught if I stood there any longer. So, okay. Whoops. This is what happens with Master Quest. This is like the only big difference with Master Quest. The fact that it is mirrored, which can kind of throw me off. But, alright, let's pick up this heart and then just head up here. And, yeah, this makes more sense why it would take us to a higher level because we've been heading up for a bit. But there we go. Okay, now let's just go ahead and hookshot our way or just climb our way up these vines because it's not really that, you know, long to climb. And since we originally came in from here and then went down there and now we're coming back, we're going to turn through here and, well, investigate a new area. And there happens to be a bunch of Gerudo Guards surrounding this area really well. So I want to hookshot to the other side without them noticing and just kind of make my way up here real easily. And I believe, yeah, this is a perfect spot to play the Sun Song. Now, the reason why I'm playing the Sun Song is because this is similar to like entering Kakariko Village or, you know, any area outside of like the overworld of Hyrule. And that's because, yes, you can't actually see the time of day change. It's going to be stuck on the exact same day you entered the fortress. So if you want it to be nighttime, you have to physically leave the place or play the Sun Song to force it to be nighttime. But luckily, depending on the door you exit, you'll automatically come out of there instead of starting back at the beginning of the fortress. So that's, you know, pretty helpful. And I believe, yeah, there's only 1 Gold Skulltula we need to get, so I decided to pick it up like that. But alright, so now we have one more, okay, whoops, the wrong song. Here I want to play, I believe, this, Pierre's song, the Scarecrow Song, to summon Pierre, because there's a heart piece we can easily get with our long shot from hooking onto here. So yes, just summon Pierre like that. And yeah, we pretty much only have 1 Carpenter left, and it's actually really close to where we're at. I just want to pick up this first, so I have this, you know, said and done with. So in here, we're going to get ourselves the heart piece, which I don't believe will fulfill another heart container. I wonder how much we have left, actually. We have, oh, still half way to go. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump down from here. I believe we originally came in through this door, right? So, yeah, without getting the heart piece and Pierre and all of that, we would just want to jump down like this. And this should actually be the final room of it all. So, immediately, let's not move, because there is a guard that is moving through this narrow hallway. So, boom, in the head. Let's go ahead and now continue. And yeah, this should lead us to where the final Carpenter is. There we go. Perfect. So, hey, you. What's up, man? Just go ahead and speak to him. Blah, 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 blah. Cool stuff. We got to be careful. Okay, let's do it. There you go. It's time. Okay, maybe, kind of. Come on. I like how you can hear, like, grunts from them. Kind of, sort of. But, yeah, let's go ahead and just do this. There we go. She's done with. The Boron Sword just makes this too easy. And voila. we have completed it. So we managed to stop every guard and everything that would, you know, try to keep these guys in prison. They stood no match for us, and voila, just like that, we are done. So yeah, there we go. We have freed Shiro, the final carpenter. So for us, I'll tell you something interesting about the desert that I overheard the Gerudo talking about. They said in order to cross the haunted wasteland, you'll need the Eye of Truth, which is the lens of truth. So we already have that. The Colossus is on the far side of the wasteland. Okay, I'm going back to my tent near Gerudo Valley. Stop by sometime. You may find something helpful there. Bye. All right, go ahead and leave, man. So there we go. We have saved them all, and I've seen your fine work. To get past the guards here, you must have good thieving skills and murdering skills. I technically kill these guys. They don't even care. They're just impressed. So I used to think that all men except for the great Ganondorf were useless, but now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. The exalted Niburu, our leader, put me in charge of this fortress. Niburu is second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo thieves. Her headquarters is in the Spirit Temple, which is in the end of the desert. Say, you must want to become one of us, eh? All right, you're in from now on. Take this. With this, you can have free access to all the areas of the fortress. Hell yeah, we got ourselves the Gerudo Token. Now we are a Gerudo tribesman thief member thing. I mean, we don't have to be a female. All we need is one of these. You know, if only in where is it actually? Can I look at it? Oh, you can. There we go. All you need is one of these. Oh, if only in Breath of the Wild we were given one of these instead of having to cross-dress every time we want to enter the fortress. But yeah, so there we go. That does that. That is the fortress itself. It's kind of like a mini, you know, I don't even want to consider it a dungeon, really. And hopefully you're not upset about this. I like how you're just laying there. It's like, oh, you're welcome to the Gerudo. You're one of us. Don't worry about that. You know, she'll get up eventually. So yeah, the Gerudo have welcomed us in, even though we shot them in the head with arrows. We're good to go. We're free to roam around this fortress with no worries about getting caught or anything, unlike those Carpenters. And, you know, it makes sense. Those Carpenters were weak. They could not become one with the Gerudo, but we have proven ourselves, so that's why we have joined them, and we'll have access to Gerudo Desert itself, which is where we want to head to. Epona? No, what happened to Epona? That's okay. Luckily, Epona will come. It just, I guess it depends on where you're standing, maybe, because it might glitch, maybe. Let's see. Now? I feel like I hear her somewhere. Oh! Epona, you can't use freaking stairs. What are you doing? That was kind of weird. Like, she's just slowly walking. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get her up here because she can't do it herself, it seems. And, yeah, we want to actually head all the way up to the top of this area. Because now that we have access to all of this, you know, fortress, there's actually a mini game we could take on that I definitely want to do so. So, let's go ahead and speak to this lady over here that's running the mini game. Hey, newcomer, you're fine, or as I don't know where you stole it from, but you know what's funny? She's kind of I mean, no, we won it fair and square. While we were trapped in Lon Lon Ranch, we escaped with it, but we did technically win Epona. We didn't steal it, but yeah, it's funny how they assume that. They are thieves, so I guess that's why. Anyways, 20 rupees to play this minigame. We're sitting on plenty, so that's no issue. The issue here is, since I'm all like wired up and I want to use the gyro controls, because I am recording and I need to, like, you know, plug my 3DS into, you know, my computer to capture it, this may be a bit difficult because I can't aim as well as I want to because of the cord, but I'm gonna hope the gyro controls come through. I know a lot of people hate on the gyro controls, but I believe that these controls are superior to just using an analog stick, because I love how precise sometimes this will be. Oh yeah! I didn't even need to hit those bottles. We got over well, 1300 isn't what I wanted to get. I actually want to get 1500. So maybe if you can hit all of those bottles again and do it, we'll be good. Either way, you want to play it twice because once you get over 1,000, you'll get the piece of heart. So now if we play it again, we actually have to get a better record than before, and that is 1500. Definitely doable, as you just saw. My first try was pretty easy, being rusty at this, but that's not what I'm afraid of again. It's just more so having the freedom to move this. So, boom, crap, bam, kazam, bablam, banam, crap! Alright. That was really bad. We could still do it. It's definitely winnable. This is a winnable game, guys. We got this. We just gotta believe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until I get close enough to... Oh, yeah. No. Crap. No! No! I should have hit all the bottles and I totally would have had it. Alright, we're gonna keep trying until we do get it. I believe hopefully the next time's the charm. It's just, yeah, making sure I can quickly move from one area to another, because the cord is definitely making it really stiff for me. So, okay. Just believe, hit every one of these. Perfect! Okay. Now... That's not bad, because we're sitting on 7. Technically, we just need to get 3 to 4. 4 actually really good ones, so okay. Boom. Boom. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was nice. I didn't even touch the target over there. We don't need to with how many arrows we could shoot. So, yeah, you are the ultimate master. Hell yeah. Suitable, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we can pick it up. And there we go. We got the biggest quiver that you could get, and that will let us hold up to 50 rupees, or 50 arrows. And yeah, so there we go. Not bad. Now, I think, please tell me this works. So, as I've mentioned, you're going to respawn where you last entered into this fortress when you forward time. But yeah, okay, cool. Technically, I loaded into this mini game, so the game would just load up this again, which I'm surprised it did, but it despawned Epona, which I find a bit weird. Either way, yeah, that minigame was pretty fun. As I've mentioned before, in my opinion, I just really like how easy the minigames have become on the 3DS version because of the gyro controls. In my opinion, like the N64, it was near impossible sometimes solving things. So, yeah, it's just nice overall to play these minigames with just a lot more fluid controls altogether. But, okay, I want to summon Epona and obviously make it nighttime so I can make my way over here real quickly. That way we can just kill this guy. I'll use my arrows, why not, even though it's just a waste. Now, I wonder if I can hookshot to this, like, normally, because technically this is wood. Hey, you can, okay, that's cool. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Alright, so... with all of that done, I think I'll just play the Sun Song once again so I can make my way back to the opposite side of this archery minigame thing. And, yeah, we got a couple more things I want to do to end off this video, so I'm kind of lazy to get Epona. So let me play this again as well. This is just like a bunch of repetitiveness right now, just getting Epona, playing the Sun Song, repeating areas. But it's all worth it. You know, this is technically much faster than walking on foot, even though we're not going to walk too far with Epona. We just need to gallop all the way down here, which will take us, since we do have the Gerudo Token, we actually have access to Gerudo Desert itself. So what I want to do is I want to open up this pathway right here. So let's go ahead and do that real quickly. Just head up here. I believe all we need to do is just speak to the guard that happens to be on the very top of this area. It's so nice, actually, this whole fortress. And I remember first figuring out this place, it was just so nostalgic and awesome as a kid. Like, I get nostalgic just coming back, here's my point. It wasn't nostalgic when I first figured it out, but you get what I mean. So, are you going to the desert? I'll open the gate for you. You can't cross unless you pass the 2 trials. The first trial is the River of the Sand. You can't walk across the river. Alright, so the second trial is the Phantom Guide. So, the Phantom Guide essentially has been explained to us slightly, and that is, the lens of truth that we're going to be needing, the eyes of truth to see. And then the other trial, which is the first one, essentially means you're going to need your hook shot. So the game is telling you that you need to have the lens of truth and hook shot to take this on, but technically you don't have to have really most of the temples completed. All you just need is these items to make your way across. So, you cool Navi, you've told me this before. The Gerudo Thieves are well aware that that's their, Ganondorf is from here and all of that, but nobody cares. I just want to move on. So, yes, anyways, we're going to be making our way through there, but before I do that, there's something I need to show off. Now, this is completely just a bonus. I mean, we're going to conclude the episode in terms of, like, progression here, but there is a really awesome, I want to say, Easter egg within this game that I feel like it's pretty necessary in showing, I don't know, at least I found it really cool when I first figured it out. There are like, what, 2 or 3 of these within the game. Since we're in Gerudo Fortress, might as well show this off. So, all we need to do is just slowly make our way through the fortresses, and, we're taking it on, like, finding all the Carpenters and whatnot. We're just gonna kind of, walk through like we did before. And if I make my way to where the heart piece was, where I need to summon Pierre, there is a little area we can get to. Now, if you get caught, you can easily find this area. It's just I don't believe I can hookshot back up to the top here and then jump down, because I want to jump down over here essentially, which I'll show off a bit more of. But let me just go ahead and play the song that will summon Pierre. So yeah, if you played Majora's Mask, like I mentioned before, it's just the Sonata of Awakening with an extra L. That's my version of the song, because I like to, reference other songs from other games. I know most people just go with the LR method, and that works, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we got the heart piece here, and then we originally jumped down to continue on. But if you jump over here, I believe I'm going to take damage. Oh, wow, I did. Okay, cool. We can easily enter through this area, which actually takes you back to the prison, like all the way up where the prison cell is if we go through here. I guess I'll show it off in a second, but I mainly want to show off, and the cool thing here is if we open up these crates, which I just didn't want to roll into them because I'd like accidentally talk to these Gerudo thieves trying to do so. But as you can see, all right, let's go ahead and look at it. Yes, check that out. That is I just have Skyward Sword posters straight up. We got official artwork of Skyward Sword Link just plastered on the wall. So this was obviously like a little Easter egg promoting Skyward Sword, because Ocarina of Time came out almost a year or just a little bit before Skyward Sword came out. And by Ocarina of Time, I mean Ocarina of Time 3D, the 3DS version. Obviously, the original came out way back. But, yeah, so they just kind of added these little Easter eggs that you can find. You can find other versions of the artwork. I believe like there's one in Lon Lon Ranch that I could show off, which maybe I'll eventually do. But yeah, it's just really interesting and random that this even exists, and the fact that they put it in the game like this. But obviously, it's so out of your peripheral vision, like you won't see it. Well, one thing for this room is completely optional and meaningless, and then you have to blow up a crate to do so. So I don't mind Nintendo doing this. I do find it a little bizarre and different, because normally they don't do straight up promotional Easter eggs like this. It's usually Easter eggs that reference other games, but not just, hey, look, that's a photo of Link, because this technically breaks the fourth wall in a sense. Why is there a drawing of Link when Link's standing right here? Wait, what is this promoting? Like, it's straight up just promoting a game. But yeah, it's a cool tidbit for those who may not know. I just find it interesting, to say the least. And yeah, let's go ahead and now hookshot our way across like this. This room looks very weird right now, right? Just a really long hallway heading up, but it will make sense in a second, because yeah, as I mentioned, this actually takes you back to where the prison is. So this is essentially where they threw us. They just dropped us down here. Luckily there is a giant purple rupee we can pick up, and now we can just kind of jump down like this, hookshot our way up. And I believe we don't take fall damage as long as we jump down like this, because the game assumes you're going to do that. Now, can I hookshot like this? Oh, you can. So, yeah, if you want to get to the Easter egg a lot faster, do this then. There we go. So, yeah, if you don't have the long shot, this is The other way I showed off would be how to get to the Easter egg. This is a much easier way. You just jump down like this, enter it, and you'll end up walking your way back up. But anywho, let's stop wasting time here. I think I'm going to end off the episode. You know, we've made it far enough. Next time, we're going to be entering the desert itself. I want to quickly read it before I consider entering it. So, Haunted Wasteland. If you chase a mirage, the desert will swallow you. Only one path is true. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, clearly you want this. This is key for what's up ahead. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. I've been ZeldaMaster, and I'll see you all in the next one as we enter the Haunted Wasteland. I'll see you all then.